Good morning, YouTube. It's your favorite bear, California Bear 619. I'm coming to you live from San Diego. It is May the 30th, 2024. It is 59 degrees, which is a chilly morning, as you can tell. Not only my regular Potter's hang of Potter's hood, but also I'm wearing my Carhartt. Ooh, let me see. Carhartt. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I haven't worn this Carhartt since, geez, man. Um, Last time I worked where it used to be cold. What was that? It was Portland? Yeah, Portland, Oregon, back in 2020. Yeah, I remember when I first got this Carhartt jacket, man. It's like I was an apprentice still in 2008, and we're working at a job. We're building a what do you call it? We're building a damn, dude. So my mind goes, guys, already, man, 48 seconds into it, my mind goes, bleep. Yeah, that's why I don't do scripts, because then I'd be like reading and like, Anyways, we're being a power plant, or it was in addition to a power plant down in Otay, which is a part of San Diego, but it was right next to the border. And actually, we could throw stones to the border. And I remember when we see the border patrol and everything, dude, helicopters would like chase people, like our parking lots and stuff behind the plant and everything. Anyways, dude, it used to get so cold and windy and stuff because there was an open valley, right? So the wind would just come in and stuff. And I, God dang, dude, and like, I see all the journeymen do with their bibs and everything, but those stuff is expensive, and I didn't make the bucks that the journeymen used to make, so all my money was accounted for and stuff. So I remember, hey man, I'm gonna put some money in it and buy myself a nice jacket. I went to the to the store where they sell like work clothes and stuff, and I'm like, dude, I want that jacket right there. So I got myself one of these like Carhartts. I love this jacket. Oh god, dude, and it still fits big. I mean, that's the best part, man. Yeah, I think this is a 4XL. I don't care. It's big. Why a 4XL? Well, I was a big fatter guy back then. I'm still a big fat guy, but I was a bigger, fatter guy. Or I was still the same big guy, but fatter back then. There we go. But anyways, like I said, this is my jacket. I wear a hoodie and this, and then when I work where there's like really cold or snow, I wear the jacket. I wear a hoodie. Underneath, I would wear another sweatshirt, like without the hoodie part. I would wear a long sleeve shirt or a thermal, and then a shirt on top of that, depending if it was, So yeah, and then or a couple of shirts. Yeah, I wear like a shirt and then a work shirt, a long sleeve shirt, or a thermal, like thermal long sleeves. And I remember, I would walk in, like into work like this. Like the first time I worked around snow was at the Tesla plant over in Reno, and they would laugh at me because I'd walk into work like this, like everyone see a movie Christmas Story, with Ralphie, like Ralphie's brother, yeah, that kid with the arms, yeah, I'd walk in like that. I didn't care, man. I was one. Hey, I'm a California, I'm not a California guy, and even a Southern California guy. We're low cal, no SoCal. We're low cal. We're San Diego. We're low cal, right at the border. We're spoiled. If it's not 60 degrees, it's freezing. So I said, it is 59 degrees right now. So, anyways, topics of today. Guess what I got in the mail yesterday, guys? Dun dun dun. I lost my other one that was still good till 2028, I believe. And when I mean I lost it, I misplaced it, and I've been looking for it for months and months and months, and I have no idea where it's at. I just gave up. I said I got to get a new one. So when I again went to try to find out about what the process is still. And you still go to the post office and apply and everything. You can do it online. And dude, that was another process. It's like I said, it's hard for me to do applications and forms. I mean, it's hard for me to do it on paper. To sit in front of the computer and answer the questions, like, so after weeks of trying to do that, I went there, hey man, and I looked at her with like just, and I go, I had a stroke and I can't figure, and she just like, whoa. So, and I told her, look, I want to get the express because I don't know, I don't want to wait, I don't want to know how many months and more. I want to do that thing. It takes 2 to 3 weeks. Well, that costs extra. That's fine. I don't care. Okay, you want to make an appointment? Just can I? She said, so you didn't do that here. Oh, okay, so where? And so just walk to the. So I walked up to the desk where you actually go there and put boxes or buy stamps or whatever at at the desk, front desk. And I asked them, oh yeah, it's going to be at the Alpine. In Alpine from here, the office is about depending on traffic, about 25 minutes. It's like just way on the east. It's the last town right before you're on the outskirts of San Diego County. So I had an appointment at the end of the week. I went there. I did my application, already and stuff. And that was a story. Should I tell it? Sure, why not? Let's tell it. By the way, I only got I'm on my laptop right now. Now power 63%. So I'm gonna blab till I run out, I guess. You know. Let's see. So if anybody comes on, anybody comes on. Let's see on my phone. There we go. I can see myself. Cool. There's 2 people watching. Myself. Cool. There's 2 people watching. Myself. Cool. I wonder who else is watching. Hey, if anyone wants to drop in or say comments, still say hi. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, hey, welcome. Hi. How you doing? Whoever it is. I know the other person is me, and maybe the other person's my and I even got a like already. All right. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. So what does this mean? Why am I so happy? Because the process begins. Now it's getting real. Now I'm going to start the process of going back to the Philippines, to Cebu, to go see my son after all this time. I talked about it on my last live, about, who I am. Hey, what's up, Barry? Hey, did you finish packing already? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, dude, I got my passport yesterday, man. It's kind of cool. I like how they have this thing that's like it's like a card now. This thing here, it's not like the rest of it. The rest of it's like this material, and it's like I don't know how to describe it, but then it starts getting like threads. It's getting all worn out. Because that's the part they scan, and it's just like an ID actually. It's like hard plastic. It's cute. I heard about that. I saw some other blogger talk about it. And it's the most recent picture, anyways, with my long hair and my face. So yeah, that's cool. So, anyways, yeah, when I got there, I finished the rest of the night before, the rest of the application, and I grabbed the nearest pin next to me, and it's kind of dark and everything. Long story short, the appointment's not there till 10:30 or whatever. So the office was closed, right? And then people start going there and stuff and forming the line before they open the little curtain or whatever. The boxes are open where people go in there and open their boxes to get their mail. How you doing? Thank you. Yeah. I'll let you guys know the exact date. Philippine Antics is on the live. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna actually post the date and say it. I'm not even gonna tell my baby mama because this thing's going to be, I'm not going to post it on Facebook, nothing. Nobody's going to know till I'm actually there, because the chismes runs deep in the barangay. And I don't want my son to know that I'm coming. He'll whatever, but like, oh, your daddy's coming today. I want to get that reaction when I show up. I'm like, hello, I'm here. I'm going, ayo, show up. I'm like, I want to get that natural reaction, and I want to get it on video, whatever, and see how he reacts. So, anyways, I got this that's my they open the curtain, whatever you see. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thumbs up. Thank you. Everything, guys. I appreciate it. Philippine Antics. It's a channel that I follow. Check them out, guys. I mean, it's a expat wife and husband combo, Filipino husband. They have a channel that I've been following for several years. She's American, and they moved from the United States to Mexico. Actually, they were living in Mexico, and I started following them back then. And then during the thing that happened and the shutdown and stuff, they moved over there, and they blogged all that when they had to be quarantined, separated in these different rooms, and then their process. And now they have their stable channel and stuff. So check them out, guys. They got a cool channel. I like them. And the reason I like them is because, and I told them I like them because they're part of my everyday thing. What happens is I when I used to be a driver or wherever, I listen to the radio a lot. So talk radio besides music in the mornings it was a thing for us, And here in San Diego, we have a station, an old rock and roll station, classic rock, called KGB, and there was a group called Burger and Prescott, and then Dave Chili and Chainsaw, and it was two guys and a girl, and it was cool because they all had their perspective, and a woman, should I say, a woman's side and a man's side, and then the other guy, and it was a natural thing, and it was funny and witty, and one did the news, one did sports, or the woman did the news, the other guy did sports, and then the other guy was the color commentary, and it went good. So that's what these guys remind me of. They talk about the Philippines, of what's going on within the community, without the country, around, and whatnot and stuff. And it's a good information channel. I would start going to them. I believe when I first was in Cebu and we were locked down, and when they were first getting out, people they opened up, I asked them, oh yeah, and they're like real polite, and so sometimes I can tell when I send you guys messages, I can sometimes tell now by the way you answer who's who, when it's Heidi, and then when it's George, unless it's George, blowing me kisses and hugs and everything, then I kind of like it, George. Thank you. Anyways, guys, I got my passport. So, needless to say, I did half of it in blue ink. That was a strike right there. So, well, go ahead and just get an application behind you. So, like I said, I didn't say that. Remember, I told you guys my appointment was at 10:30, and that's when they opened the door. Well, I heard voices, and that was the mailman the carriers inside, but they were closed. But as they opened, there was a lady in there already, and she was standing right there with her stuff for her passport. Okay, cool. So we also in line. I was the next one, and the gentleman, hey, next time I said, well, I'm waiting for my. Oh, okay, well, just stand behind that lady, and she started taking whoever. Now, story back to when I got to the part there and ink and everything. So, you got to use black ink. Okay. So, I'm sitting there and kind of doing it. And then she goes, well, I got another appointment at 10:45. I might have to bump you. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, like I said, dude, doing an application for me is very hard, guys. And then under the clock, there you go. So I was like, well, I'll go over here. But then she goes, but I'm going to have to bump you. I did boot camp in San Diego in the Navy. Right on. I'm sorry. What station? We have a couple, I believe, in San Diego. And lost my train of thought. This is what she told me. I'm on the bumpy. Well, can I come back? And it's like, after. That's all I said. No, you're gonna have to probably make another appointment. Oh, okay. And then I asked, I'm all, but I made an appointment for this. I'm like, yeah. So then I'm confused. I'm all, if you just opened at 10:30, my appointment was at 10:30, but there was a lady before hours. I said, what about that lady? Well, she was a walk-in. My natural reaction, guys, I guess she could read my face, and she was waiting for it. She was waiting, but I said, no, use the force, calm down, serenity now. Because if you say something wrong, they're going to say, get out, you're trespass, whatever. But it's going to ruin my chance of getting this. So I bit my tongue. I bit my tongue. I go, oh, okay, ma'am. I'm sorry. Can I just step aside and do it, and then maybe I can fit, or should I just go ahead and just make another appointment? So no, it's like, well, we'll see what happens. I said, well, then I tell her, I'm sorry, ma'am. As I had a stroke, so I'm very slow. I have issues. That always works, guys. And I don't use it. I don't use it but it works, like I said. And then the next response, that people go, oh, their meaner changes, like, oh fuck. They're like, I'm sorry. So I'm like, ha, 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 in my head, by the way, I got them. Checkmate. It's like, no, 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 no. I'm like, all right. It's like, hey, no, no, it's okay. Well, no, I tell them, no, it's not okay. It's not okay, because I get frustrated because it's me. It used to be okay before I had my stroke. I could like function. I could do this. I could do that. It was the Navy training camp. The Navy training camp. I'm trying to think whereabouts in San Diego. I'll have to look that up. We have several bases still in San Diego. Uh, Navy, and we have what do you call it? Uh, MCRDs, and also the main big one used to be, or still is, in Miramar. That was the Navy, but became a Marine Corps now. That's where they used to train for the pilots. That's where they filmed the Top Gun, the first movie, and then it changed. I forgot what year, but I'll have to look which one you're talking about. So yeah, then she became sweet. Like I said, that's an issue everywhere I go and stuff. So that's kind of like the card I use, and it kind of makes people sometimes, not all the time, because so yeah, I went over there and finished up, and I got my passport. So that was the passport, right? I can't remember. It was, dude, no problem. Hey, by the way, thank you for your service. I really appreciate it. Barry, that was great. Thank you for your service. If there's one thing that I regret in my life, is never serving our country. I have a story for that. Um, um, my senior year, everything started going kind of like, I knew I was in that really good in sports, where I was going to get a scholarship, and uh, I started ditching school. My grades were great and everything, so I knew I wasn't going to go to college, and I don't know what I was going to do. So I was thinking maybe the military was giving me an option, and I don't know. Maybe if I would have looked in the Navy, I would have joined the Navy. Um, Marines. Oh, I don't know if I want to do the Marines. Not that there's anything wrong with the Marines. I was thinking more Army, because I liked helicopters, which is ironic. I just realized that my son loves helicopters. When he sees them, he flips out. Um, but when I went in and did their testing, oh yeah, I was gonna say, recruiters. I don't know if they still do that in high schools, but they will come to high schools and visit and talk to you. I don't know if they're still allowed to do that or not anymore and stuff. So, yeah, Sergeant McNeil, man, I like that man. I mean, he won me over in school. He won me over, so I started looking more and more and more. And even though, like I said, I scored so low on that test, that the guy said, "Hey, my ring camera, you might or might not be able to maybe become a mechanic." Okay, whatever. Say it is what it is. I talk to other guys. They're already out, and they're like, "Oh, they lie to you, dude. They lie. They'll tell you this and that. Once they got you, they got you." And those are a lot of those guys from Marines. Like, but I mean, it was cool. They showed up, man. They were like men. They weren't like 18-year-old guy kids. I joined when I was 17 before the Vietnam. Oh, by the way, okay. Well, sir, my dad's a Vietnam vet, and he told me one thing to say: "Welcome home." Thank you for your service, but Vietnam vets, welcome home. So, yeah, if Sergeant McNeil was there that day, I would have signed my life away probably, and probably a career even. And so I said I regret. That's the only regret I have in life. So okay, passport. That's what I talked about. The next one is, uh, I guess since I don't have that much thing, the other thing's gonna go real long because I'm gonna have to go. And I might do another live because I have to go back and forth with my phone and I have to plug this in. But this one is just going to talk about where I see YouTube and what YouTube means to me. To me, YouTube has been entertainment for a long time, even before I started this channel. And I started this channel, like I said on my last live, was to kind of work out a therapy for me to kind of high talk. Like 3 years ago when I was learning how to talk and pronounce, and I would watch my videos and I say, okay, so long story short, now I'm like, hey, you know what? My kid watches YouTube. So let me start making videos so my kid kind of sees who I was and he'll see and probably learn bad words too. I'm sorry, son. Sorry, grandma. She watches my videos too and my bad words and stuff. But I lost my train of thought again. Oh, entertainment, right? Entertainment. Entertainment first, information, educational, and again, entertainment. And YouTube has changed. I've been on you not on this channel, but before I got this channel, I like YouTube because you guys want to know how I learned about YouTube? I was watching the news one time and they were doing a report about how it's getting hot now. Hold on, guys. All right, guys. You guys can throw like super stickers. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Anyways, just joking. Um, there was a short video or the report about, oh, they always throw kids. Kids can learn how to make hash on YouTube. What? So hold and behold, like, how to make hash on YouTube. And I didn't know what YouTube was even. So I went on Google or your frame, like, the squares. So I clicked. Show me. Oh yeah, it shows you how to make hash different ways. Not as many as there is now ways, but anyways, back then. Okay, cool. And then like, it's too, that's cool. There's like different videos and it's all like structured, or whatever you typed. So, I like music. I love music. I love all kinds of music, classic rock, metal, from the 80s and the 70s and so on. Cars. I love cats. I love dogs. I love animals. Whatever. Another thing, and I know you guys didn't call me a nerd, but I'll explain it. It's just it's in the blood. And then when I say this, it's the old school. This is from the 70s and 80s. Growing up as a kid, is pro wrestling. Okay, pro wrestling. Yes, I know it's fake. It's staged. It's this and that and everything, but it's entertainment. Okay, there's a good guy, which is a baby face, and there's a bad guy, which is the heel. And it's a story about the good guy versus the bad guy. And then there's a story about like, oh, they build it up, and I'm gonna kick your ass, and I'm gonna attack you, and I'm gonna do this. And then there's people in the background, da, 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 hey, 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 and they cheer and this and that, and they're characters. And I knew this as a kid. Hey, that's cool. their characters, and what they put out on the camera is not who they really were when they went home. They had had their families, they did this and did that, but and there was always entertainment at the end of the night. Okay, cool, we got our money's worth, we got it. And that's what it is with YouTube with me. So we'll come down to where I have come to this community here where I do with the like I said, I it's a broad spectrum for me on YouTube, even on this channel, because this channel is only going to pertain just to the Philippines. Learn how to become a blogger and become a travel blogger and everything, because we had my stroke. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to travel through the Philippines and maybe Thailand and whatnot. That's probably not going to happen now, but regardless, I started following more channels and more channels and more channels. Philippine Antics, like I said. Phil in the Philippines is another one, like I said, for information. Later on, Mike, no, sorry, no. Yeah, Philippine Journey, Mike's Philippine Journey, Mike and Arlene. And then also another one that I really like, and he gets a hard slack a lot of times because it's like, it's Overstay Road. And that one is really dear and heart to me, because in the long run, and then what he's been doing since he moved to where he's at Cebu the longest, he's been a kind of a good boy with his family. And as another blogger said, I'm throwing names out there left and right, ain't I? Okano Robert from Robert's Coffee Shop, he said, you guys like to live yourself. Go ahead, live yourself vicariously through our and he does. He's right. That's what I do. I sit at home, like Ricky Drama said, some fat guy on the couch in California, which he wasn't off far at all. I had some fat guy on the couch in the living room in California, and I watch YouTube. That's part of my thing. When I'm not in my patio here in the morning, I'm tending my chili peppers or my dog or whatever, or at a doctor's appointment or at the pharmacy, I'm on YouTube. More than I do TV. It's entertainment. So, like I said, with pro wrestling, that's what I see. And they attack this guy. And then there's the I know we like Overstay. We like the guy, he's a likable guy. But like I said, we'll take him at face value, what we see there, and then people build their opinions about his lifestyle, whatever. And hey, quit scratching, boy. I gotta get my dog a bath. I'm glad that he said he stopped drinking. He said quit drinking. That's not, but you see the difference in him. He's more clean cut. He's losing weight. He wakes up earlier and stuff and everything. He's more attentive to his kids. He's a good father. I mean, I see other fathers like they leave their kid and like, no, hey, they're like, his son, he's just last. And my son, my baby mama, I call her my baby mama. It's a term of endearment, all right. I mean, it's a title that many women or no women's ever gotten before. She's the son of my mother. She don't like him because wife number one, number two, with all that stuff. But I told her, hey, you know what? That guy's a combat vet. So to me, I think what he might do is he likes to associate himself also at the same time. And me being a son of a Vietnam vet that was a combat vet. My dad was actually not only a combat vet, he was a medic on the field. So just imagine the things that he saw. So, so there's an understanding there, and the kind of father that he is with his kids and the family. I'm like, dude, that's the lifestyle that I wanted. Seriously. That's what I wanted. That's what I pictured when I originally got married a decade ago with a province girl, but that didn't work out. Anyways, regardless, neither here nor there. That's a story that maybe when I get 1,000 subscribers, maybe I'll talk about that in detail, but not now. It's been over. I got a new life now. But yeah, so that's how I see pro wrestling, and then there's people that cheer and stuff. So going towards that, what I'm trying to say is, so where the hell are you going with that, Bear? Where are you going? Tell us. What I'm trying to say is, if you watch pro wrestling, some fans get over zealous, I think is the word that I want to say, and they want to participate maybe, and they think that they're gonna get involved, and they decide to not only just like, hey, high five, or like, hey, touch. You see these people, oh, touch the wrestler, oh my god, you know. I mean, was I one of those kids? No, I mean, I remember we used to go to the matches here in San Diego Sports Arena, and my parents used to get always close to. Oh, sorry, I got an itch. Close to the ring in the '80s, you know, and Hulk Hogan would come, and like, dude, that dude was huge, man. Like, and we get close, you know. They just had like a rope. They wouldn't have like, you know, security guys, and like, you know, they walk by, you know, hey, all the kids and everything. But I'm talking about the people that actually jump in the ring. Have you YouTube some of that? You know, they get in there, and what happens? They get the shit kicked out of them. All of a sudden, like the guy they're trying to, like, hey, I'm trying to save the good guy by hitting the. So, dude, the good guy turns on him and starts stomping the shit out of him and stuff, you know. So, what I'm trying to say that I'm starting to notice that a lot more now within this community here, this Philippine community, just in this, but it happens overall too, because I follow other things. I follow other, you know, not Twitch, but the kick people. Oh, dude, you talk about degenerates and stuff. People on YouTube are nothing to compare to the people that stream on Kick, and that's there's a reason why they're not on YouTube and on Kick. That's a whole nother story, but that's what I'm saying. That's the viewers. So on the title that I'm putting on here, I'm saying about staying in your lane. So, anyways, I opened this channel a year ago in June, and I started going on live streams. You know, when I started feeling comfortable, I could talk. I'm like, oh, they're letting me on. Oh. And one of the first live streams, besides Philippine Antics, George just passed out eating. I need to clean dishes. All right, sweetie, you take care. Nice. Thank you very much for coming on. Take care and good evening. All right. So, anyways, let me finish the story because, yeah, I'm only like at almost a quarter here. 31%. Okay, I'll blab a little bit more. I used to go on live streams with some of these bloggers, you know, and Brian, Filling in the Philippines, let me on. And this specific one, which is almost a year ago, like I said, because this is when I started this channel. Now I remember specifically. It was about Jasper. And there was a panel of people. And my only take was that, you know, it's like there's people verbally, you know, attacking each other, and then there's trolls, and there's maybe different degrees of trolls that go beyond just the commenting and stuff, you know, like wrestling. You know, this and that, or oh, he's a great wrestler, you know, he's a great blogger. There's nothing wrong he can do. It's getting late. Barry, thank you very much, buddy. Good night. You take care, and thank you for your service, and welcome home, and you take care, buddy. Thank you. I'm gonna finish this just blabbing till my battery runs out, I guess. So staying in your lane, like I said. Where am I going with this? God, I lose track. Come on, Victor. I just said my name out, so whoever's video screen, it's no secret. Oh, I said that. What did I say? Not if and when. It's only a matter of time before it happens. And what happens, where it goes from just verbal things and threats to actual action. And, you know, action by physical action. And we've seen it. We've seen it in Dumaguete, and we see it in other places. Because, oh, you said this about my friend. You said that about my wife. You said this about my family. We've seen altercations right on Walking Street. People have been trolled in other ways. you know, it just opened my eyes to it and stuff. So I'm like, wow, you know, it's amazing, you know. And speaking of kicking IRL, a lot of those people get swatted. If you don't know what swatting is, it's when people called the authorities and whatever reason they might have, but they'll use it to where the SWAT will show up at somebody's home. And bad things have happened where people have actually gotten hurt, and I think maybe so. Yeah, stay in my lane. I used to like be a little bit more vocal and more opinionated and stuff, and I say, you know what, man, what do you think about this? Oh, check out this guy. And I used to email people and stuff, and I'm like, you know what, I need to just just I need to just have a cup of chata. A cup of chata. You know what a cup of chata is? Shut the fuck up. Just like The Rock says, know your role. Just shut the fuck up. Just stay in your lane. So I mean, I'm just gonna be a fan, dude. I'm not gonna, really. I mean, when I say about things, I don't call names and negative. I mean, I'll comment on my opinion and stuff, but that's about it. I'm not. Um, Yesterday or on the last live, there was a gentleman that took it the wrong way. He thought that I was calling him a troll, and it wasn't. By the way, if you watch this, thank you again because you told me that. I know that you're watching my videos or two of them you comment on. Due to the first one on the material that I talked about, and then second one also, and you thought it was directed at you, and I apologize if you took it that way. I was calling you a troll. Again, I have to say the people I was calling a troll were the people that directly commented on me when I did a video about when I stopped drinking, and another comment on some other blogger that I wrote also that I stopped drinking on a date. That's it. And the guy called me a quitter. And all I commented on there on him after him, I told him it had something to do with the stroke, and thank you. And that was it. And that's it, guys. I mean, I think I'm gonna end my live stream right there, so nobody's really watching. Um, I'm very excited that I got my passport. So the it's starting, guys. After 4 years, I can finally say I'm coming home. I'm coming home, and not till I'm on that plane, and really not till I land in Cebu, Makati Airport, then I know I'm home. Oh yeah, another thing also. I talked to my son's mother just even this morning, and then last night we are talking about what I just said, and regarding Overstay Road. He does get a lot of trolls and stuff that say a lot of bad stuff about his family, his kids, and his wife and his wife's family, and I think it was a year ago or even maybe longer that he addressed the issue that his son is autistic, and he only did that because Fatima was pretty much begging and urging, hey, tell these people that hey, our son is autistic, and that's why maybe that might ease them from being so cruel. And no, it didn't. The people are just gonna do what they're gonna do, uh, and that's why these people have these channel or just with no picture and no nothing because that's what they do. They like to attack, and that's cool, man. That's fine. I mean, that's what they do. It goes like Mark says. It goes with the show business. So she asked me, well, if you want to put me, it's okay. I said, no, if you don't want to come on, it's okay. But she asked me, don't put the kids. Okay, I won't put the kids. I do have pictures of my son. I'm gonna leave him up there. It's just just to show I'm a father and to kind of show he's over there. I'm gonna say this real quick before I run out of batteries, and it pertained also to Facebook. When I first left, I had him in a really nice apartment. Nice apartment. Nice bedroom and a half. They call it two bedrooms, but bedroom and a half. It was her, the baby, and the older brother. And yeah, when I got sick, I told her she had to leave the apartment and she had to go back home. Right after Christmas. And it was very hard for her, extremely hard, because she went from like here back to where she came from. So, you know, it was hard for her. That part, but the part that was the hardest, I think, for her was all the cheese mess and all the dude. People were actually laughing and cheering and stuff. People actually were cheering when they found out the reason. It's because I got sick, and then later that I had a stroke. Oh yeah, and they say things like, "Oh, he's never coming back." He's done. And my son's hearing these things. Hopefully, he's not hearing it from his cousins, but his cousins aren't saying to be mean. Maybe they're hearing it throughout. I don't know. I have good rapport with his family. I just actually talked to his uncle. He's a younger brother because my son's mother is the oldest in the family of the siblings. I was just talking to him. We were just chatting it up and stuff because I posted, my passport and hey, um, I have a good rapport with them. I got a rapport with the sister that lives here in the United States. I met her over there. Um, so this one specific person want to know how much money, and then he says that most likely or possibly that I'm getting not scammed, but I'm getting played. Is what he said. So by that, I kind of figure that that person is not a Filipino. At first, I thought it was Filipino. If you're watching this, now I'm talking about you, sir, and not in a bad way. I'm just addressing this because you asked. May I ask how much you're sending her? And I told you in another live, I did put that, which I kind of take down, and not because of that, because I want to learn how to edit. I want to add it, like I said, like that rant that I did that you commented originally. I want to learn how to edit and cut it so I can like just make a short, and like add that to like, hey, this is the kind of stuff that was going on in my mind back then. So you asked again, you asked how much, and I'm gonna tell you right now, not enough. Not as much as I want to send, not as much as I used to send, not as much as like I feel comfortable that she would need so my son would live where I want him to live and be and stuff, but he's living with his family. He's living with his cousins and playing and stuff and everything, just being a normal Filipino kid. I got a lot of shit for that too. I got shit from coworkers. I got shit from family. There's other channels that talk about bloggers that live within the means of regular Filipinos, make fun of it and stuff. And that's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. It is what it is. As far as showbiz, it's life. Again, this is California Bear. This is my life. This is my world right now. But soon I'm gonna be back in the Philippines, in Cebu, and hopefully I can share some of that with you guys. I can't wait. Peace out.